A very warm welcome to all the parents. My name is Mayuri Mahajan. I'm going to teach English subject to 6th standard. I have done MA and MAd. Before starting my topic, I would like to discuss with you all on some regarding issues like today's situation. In this COVID pandemic situation, we are facing this situation every day. We are practicing empathy. We are trying to help each other. We are taking precautions for our health, for our safety. We are staying at home. And we are trying to bring that all the routine on the track. But we have chosen new way of teaching learning process, and that is we are using all the resources, online resources, to teach students. So the new technique we are using, that is we are using school app, we are making audio visual videos, clips, material which is useful for students to study at home. Before that, study is also important part of life, but before that, to keep ourselves healthy, we have to follow our routine work. We have to follow proper diet, we have to do exercise, and a good timetable of sleep. And if we will follow all these things, our health will be good and we can save ourselves from diseases. So here are some tips given by World Health Organization which can help you all to overcome this pandemic situation. First of all, it is eat a healthy diet. Healthy food is very important. We have to be physically active every day. Means we have to do exercise, we have to do meditation, pranayam to keep ourselves fit and healthy and to keep our balance of mind in life. Then we are practicing good hygiene, means washing hands, using mask while we're going out, using sanitizer. So these are the precautions we are taking for our health. So any type of exercise which is suitable to you, like jogging, walking, yoga, breathing exercise, you can do it for your health. And you're the role model of the children, so they will also follow you, or you can encourage them to do or to follow all these things with you. Mental health is also very important. Means healthy body and healthy mind. Both are important. So keep our mental health good. We need to practice daily positive thinking, then meditation is a good habit, good way to keep our health self or our mental health fit. And being creative or trying to learn new things, keep ourselves busy, and it can creates a balance in your mind. When you will learn new things, it gives you pleasure. It helps you to create a positive atmosphere. So these things we have to follow. As I said that parents are role model in front of students. So the best way to raise positive children in a negative world is to have positive parents who love them unconditionally and serve as a excellent role models. Means we should love our children unconditionally. We should create positive environment and make their childhood happy and memorable for them. If we will do this, it will create a good atmosphere at home for them. Though we are not in front of students, we are not face to face talking or teaching with students, teaching to students, teachers are always with their students. The situation is different here, but still, we are with them. We are with you all. So I call my students my kids because in 1 year together, they aren't just kids on my class list. They become a part of my heart. And we feel very positive, energetic when we are with kids. So when I look at my students, I see unlimited possibilities of healthy learning or teaching. And though this COVID pandemic situation is there, education not stop. Education is the continuous process. Still at this age also, teachers are learning, updating their knowledge. Teachers are trying to get new resources, online resources, and merge their education knowledge with the technology. And with help of technology and base of knowledge, they are trying to teach their students through this medium. So one famous quote is given here: I'm still learning, and the age of that person is 87. So it's a continuous process, and it's a most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So if you want to change the world, start from yourself. So you should be update your knowledge, and if you want to change the world. So importance of study in this pandemic situation. So as one famous quote is given here: education is the passport to the future, and for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today. So we're preparing our students for tomorrow, for future generation. We are creating a generation. and we are trying to give them knowledge. We are not only going to help their intelligence, but we are helping them to become a good person. So intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. So these two things we have to keep it in our mind. Of course, parental support matters. If parent and teacher partnership is there, means 3 C's are given here: communication, consistency, and collaboration. If teacher parent communication is good, if consistency is there, if both are working together to support students or children, it can create a healthy atmosphere of learning or positive atmosphere of learning. So cooperative partnership involves planning and problem solving to develop specific positive strategies to help children to achieve their highest potential. So we are trying to help our students, our children, to become a good learner and to use their highest potential in learning. As a parent, you should support your children to study. You should sit with them, you should talk with them that what you are learning, which lesson, which subject you are reading now, what topic is taught today. Like these small things matters, and they will be aware that my parents also paying attention towards my study. So I have to be attentive in the online class also. So parents are the ultimate role models for the children. So every word, movement, and action has an effect on their life. So no other person or outside force has a greater influence on a child than the parent. So you have to support them to help them to study. There are some good study habits given here. Self-study is most important because teachers are not in front of students. Now they have to take more efforts to study. They have to follow regular timetable, regular time and place to study. They have to keep. Then concentration. So they have to focus only on study while lectures will be going on. So as a parent, you have to cut out distractions. You have to give them proper place to study, which cannot distract them. And in between some breaks will be given, so their mind will be fresh. They will not feel stress of learning. In subjects like math, science, first they have to understand the problem, what is given, what is wanted, so they have to think on it. And while reading books like English textbook, they have to look for the main thoughts in each paragraph or chapter. Then they can get additional information from outside sources, like other books are there, magazines are there, people are there, internet is there, so they can search information. And They can rewrite the important ideas in their words, in their own words, to remember them, to memorize this. So this way they can study. Then importance of learning language. Language is a skill. We can acquire that. We can learn any language by doing practice. So, and it's a doorway to wisdom. So we can say that language learning is a skill and we can acquire it. So English language, if we talk about English language, English is our second language. First language is our mother tongue. So English is, we are not that much familiar with the English language in our primary stage of learning. So now they are little bit more familiar with the English language. But what exactly they have to do in this stage at 6th standard, we will talk about that later. But first of all, why English is called as a global language, we will see that, and why it is so important in today's world. So importance of learning English language, no one denies that. So in the present time, it is a global language. It is clear that it is more dominant language around the world. In some countries, it used as the mother tongue. In other countries, learn it as a second language in their schools. So this makes English a global language. And the number of learning English as a second language is bigger than number of learning English language or using English language as their mother tongue. Generally, English is a Germanic language that originates from England. It is also a native language in other home countries of the United Kingdom, like United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Republic of Ireland, South Africa, and numerous other countries. English is the native language. 380 million people speak English as the first language. As we all know that impact of British Empire in 18th and 19th century and till mid 20th century to the present. So the global influence of English comes from cinema, music, airlines, broadcasting, science and internet in the recent decades. So English is now most widely learned second language in the world. So many students worldwide need to learn some English and business English, which is required in many fields and occupations, because people speak and learn English everywhere. So the language is considered as a global language, and it is also by international treaty the official language of airport communication. Its acceptance as a first or second language is the main indication of its global status.